Our cream developers. Our developers come in 5, 10, 20, 30, and 40 volume developer. For every 10 volume, that equals 1 level of lift. So by the time you hit 40 volume, you have 4+ levels of lift. Now when we start talking about developers, we're also going to talk about our single line concept. So I'm going to give you the 5 volume developer options. So keep in mind, with our color line, one tube can make a semi, a demi, it can make toners, it can make glossing, staining, refreshers, any kind of glossing or volumizers. So we're going to give you a few formulations. So the 5 volume color developer options are, for a demi-permanent, we mix 1 part 5 volume with 1 part color. For a demi-color, what you can do also is, if you want to eliminate any lift, you can add ½ ounce of our spray treat, which is 4.3 to 4.8 on the pH scale. What that'll do is that'll lower the alkali within that demi mix, because we are still working with an ammonia-based hair color. So when you're working with the color, the 5 volume is going to keep the alkalinity low. But when I add the spray treat to the demi color, it's actually going to lower the alkalinity even more, but it will not dilute the amount of dye load. This is a huge difference when you're doing a demi-permanent color that's already pre-mixed, because a demi-permanent that is pre-mixed is actually a dilution of color and alkali, where we're only diluting the alkali. For a semi-permanent color, you add 1 part 5 volume, 1 part hair coloring cream, and 1 part of our hydrate conditioner. Now, ProRituals Hydrate Conditioner is keratin and keratin amino acids. So you have a keratin base that is mixed with a keratin wheat and soy base of our hair color. So that actually dilutes both the dye load and the actual alkali. So you're going to get a more true semi-color. The next thing we have is our toners. Our toners are mixed with 1 part 5 volume, 1 part color, and 1 part spray treat. Glazing, staining, and refreshing hair color. Mix 2 parts of developer to 1 part ProRituals hair coloring cream and 1 part of ProRituals spray treat. Glossing and volumizing. Mix 1 part 5 volume developer, 1 part ProRituals hair coloring cream, and 2 parts ProRituals spray treat. Up to 1 ounce of ProRituals spray treat can be added to your hair color formula. This is great when you're working on Hispanic hair, African American hair, or any type of hair that you want to keep the alkalinity low. So what 1 ounce of spray treat will do to a hair color formula is lower its alkalinity. So that'll make the hair color have the same amount of dye load, but you're going to have less cuticle damage. Softening or breaking the base. Now this is one of those services that some people know about, some people don't know about. This is very common to do in between highlights on somebody who has maybe a mousy or an ashy head of hair. This will slightly lift that base color just a fraction, just to reflect light rather than absorb light. Our recommendations are on the chart as followed. It is recommended from 8 to 10 minutes for a base break. Anything longer than 10 minutes, you're going to be brassy and gold. So when you look at the chart, these are situated to work with each level. For color fillers and also for lowlights, our color filler formulas can be made with a simple fluid of water, or you could even use our spray treat for a mix to be put on the hair prior to hair color. A lot of times you won't even need to put a filler on the hair. The color that you're going to be using is so rich and it has so much dye load to it that you're going to get great color penetration. However, if you want proper depth, you might incorporate a small amount. It might be a pea size to a dime size of the corresponding undertone that's designated for each level. Now, when you're working with lowlights, our fundamental series, our chocolate series, our tobacco series, these can be applied directly onto that blonde hair or that hair that you're low lighting and have an even result from root to ends, because these already have built-in warmth.